Hey, Metabolism Gals, it's Karen here. Just thought I'd do this little video from my condo before I head out for today. What day is it today? It's Wednesday. Um, I was just thinking about this on my walkabout to the gym, which is a long walkabout, but I love walking and being home based. I don't get to get out as much as I'd like to. So today I did a 7 mile loop. It was really lovely actually. But I wanted to mention this. When it comes to your metabolism, I want you to consider that weight training is more important than macros. So I talk about that because a lot of women don't want to do the weights, or it's a lot of effort. I mean, it is effort. Staying healthy is effort, right? But what happens is, especially as you age, if you don't do the weight training that hits specific muscles, okay? So, excuse me. Ooh, that kombucha is coming back on me. If you don't do the weight training, what happens is your muscles shrink. Okay, you become loose, you lose your shape. Everything tends to go south. I don't know about you guys, but when I stopped weight training for a few years, and I was heading into my late 40s, I noticed that my fat started to like accumulate around my middle and my bum, which never happened before. I'm like, ew. And I think that's the natural process of the gravitational pull. That's also why we lose our glutes, because I mean, think about it, they're always being pulled down, right? That's why I don't like running either, especially as an aging woman, because the pounding of the footsteps, the pounding of the running, day after day, month after month, year after year. Just think about that. You're pounding it. Everything's being pulled down. The face gets pulled down. The butt gets pulled down. And I just notice, and this is just my opinion, but I notice that women who run for exercise as they age, it ages them more. And it's just because the skin's elasticity is already being challenged. We're losing the collagen, right? And then you add in pounding movement where everything gets pounded down. So you get, lower boobs, get lower bum, and your face too. It really does. Just think about it. Taking a pound of flesh and just hitting it, and it's always hitting the ground, and it's always being pulled down. So with weight training, it also helps your metabolism. Now here's the deal. I don't like it when people say, well, I'm going to go back into the gym because I need to lose some weight. I don't want you guys to look at it like that, because it's actually not as effective as people think. So, and then we talk about cardio. Women do cardio to lose weight, and that is just taking away your muscle and lowering your metabolism the longer you do it, over months and weeks, right? So that's a whole thing that we talked about in week 1. You can supplement your weight training with cardio for sure. Do it after your weight training, okay? Don't do it before, because you need the strength for your weight training. So here's the deal. To keep the muscles tight, to keep them firm, to keep your shape, you have to do weight training. But what also rings true is your metabolism is in your muscles, okay? So people look at that and think, oh, well, that means I get to eat more, or I will be able to eat more when I weight train. Not necessarily. When they say your metabolism is in your muscle, it doesn't mean, because people equate metabolism with chewing up calories. That's not what metabolism is, really. It's bigger than that, as we learned. So losing fat isn't even mentioned in any definition of metabolism. What it does is it allows the body, this vessel of ours, to work at a high functioning rate, so that all the nutrients coming in can be metabolized properly. So your digestion, your elimination, and your fat storage and release is optimized. So if you don't do weight training, what happens is your muscles will just go away. They'll get soft. You'll lose your shape. You'll start to look maybe bony in some areas and, bigger in other areas. But your body can't be optimized for fat burning. It doesn't matter what your macros are. It doesn't matter if you're high protein. It doesn't matter if you're ample carbs, because remember, you need carbs to maintain muscle and to build muscle. It doesn't matter. It won't matter at all, because without the weights, you're not stressing the muscles, so the muscles won't stay on the body. So what I'm saying to you is, to keep the metabolism strong, you've got to keep the muscle on your body. To keep your muscle on the body, the first rule is to weight train. And it really doesn't matter about the macros so much because you can eat all the protein in the world. You can dial in all your macros beautifully. But if your body isn't being stressed, if this isn't being stressed and these aren't being stressed and your legs aren't being stressed with weights, not walking, okay? Walking is a nice activity, but it's not exercise. Exercise in our definition is when you go in with a structured program to work all the musculature of the body with stress. And so stress is whatever program you take on, but the best is still weight training because it keeps the muscle going. And think about this: every little inch of muscle, every muscle cell has about 4,000 different processes in it. So think of it like a little furnace. It's a little furnace. And so there's a lot of work to be done to keep muscle on your body. That's why when you go into calorie deprivation and or you do too much cardio, the body you'll get the little furnaces going for a while, and then it's going to go, oh my God, this is too taxing. I'm doing way too much work here. We got to shut that down because there's so much activity in your musculature that your body always wants to be efficient. Remember that from week 1? It always wants to be efficient. So it's going to learn that you're not letting go of this new program you got going, cardio or calorie cutting. And it's going to say, okay, boys, we need to shut all these processes down in the muscle because it's too much and we're using too much energy. And look what she's doing to us. She's starving us and she's making us run for 10 miles after a tiger when that's not what we're supposed to do. So it then starts to shunt down all the processes in the muscle and starts taking the muscle off the body to save itself. The body wants to use the least amount of energy it can because it wants to survive, okay? That is why we change up our routine. That is why we change up our cardio. If you keep doing the same cardio, if you keep running the same 5 miles on the same track, what happens is your body gets lulled into the same old, and it knows. And it's like, okay, well, we got to conserve here because she's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, she's running again. The body actually knows, and it starts shutting everything down, and it will start losing the muscle off your body, okay? So be careful of what you look at as exercise. And I only say weight training for the aging woman because it is the best. And it's the only exercise I know where you get better with age because you get more definition. You have shape. You don't get that with yoga. You don't get that with swimming. You don't get that with running. You don't get that with hiking. I am not saying yoga is not good. I am not saying Pilates isn't good. What I am saying is consider your goal. What is your goal? If you want to be really good at yoga, you're going to go take yoga classes and it's going to help with flexibility. Absolutely. But if you're looking at mastering that metabolism, keeping it strong, keeping the shape on your body, and keeping everything going, and it has been proven time and time again, weight training is the best anti-aging. I'm going to be doing all of this in my new program in January. Weight training is the best anti-aging for your organs, for your health, to live longer. And that is undisputed. But it also helps our metabolism. It also helps our hair, our skin, our nails. It helps our shape and our tone. It helps our joints, right? Because they're staying strong. I don't want you guys to be 60 or 70 years old and not able to carry your groceries up the stairs. I tell you, it's so interesting because at 57, going into 58, I now look at other women my age who haven't partaken in a program, and I'm shocked at how fast they age. Okay, so I have talked about this, and this is not a judgment. This is a scientific witnessing when you see, and you start looking around at other women your age, and when they haven't had the challenges of weight training, when they haven't gotten in line with their food, where it's a place where it's easy, and it's in a regimented, scheduled pattern of whole foods, it shows. And it shows faster as you age. Like we can get away with 5 years in our 30s because we don't age much. In our 40s, maybe 2 years. In our 50s, it's kind of like 1 year is like 3 years, right? If we don't do something, it is so fast. It's crazy. And I'm not just talking aging visually, guys. This is about health and wellness and strength and agility. And all of those factors within, which is what we want. We want to age well. Everybody's going to age, but we want to age well. We want to live well. So it's not just about the outside anymore, because we wrinkle, right? We wrinkle, our hair, our boobs start sagging. I mean, this stuff happens, but your insides are just as important as your outsides, actually more, because they run the show. And so while macros and calories are important, the most important thing as you age is to keep that muscle on, because if you don't, your metabolism is faltering. Your shape is faltering as well. Your appetite will falter, because weight training has been shown to level the pancreas, level insulin and glucagon, leptin and ghrelin, the I'm hungry or I'm full ones that we looked at in week 1. It levels all of that, especially if you're adding protein in. And I want you guys to add protein first AM, 20 grams, okay? An egg is not enough. Oatmeal and berries is not enough. Where's the protein? I'm always saying, where's the protein? Okay, so please start looking at those things. And the macros are important, because although you could lose weight if you ate 100% fat, if the calories are low enough, but you always got to think about what you're doing to your body. Are you feeding it well? So it's not just about weight loss. It is about maximizing this vessel of ours, all of its functioning. So that we can feel good. I don't know about you, but I don't want to eat a plate of donuts because I feel shitty. And it's not about calories anymore. It's about making wise choices. So I could eat a plate of donuts a day, and if I'm like 800-900 calories, I would lose the weight. But then I would have loose muscles, loose skin. I would be tired. I would probably have hypoglycemia. I might have depression and anxiety, because that also feeds in, nutritionally feeds into those aspects as well, for sure. I would have lousy skin. I'd have really, thin, coarse hair, which happens when I don't eat right, actually, believe it or not. And my skin gets really dull. It looks dull, and I have more wrinkles. So all of this stuff is important. So while the macros matter, while you're getting your food and you're eating and managing it well, I want you to consider weight training. And don't look at weight training as the fat loss. Look at that as building and shaping and toning your body, optimizing and energizing the inner aspect of your body, managing metabolism, managing hunger, managing insulin, managing cortisol, managing your blood sugars. And if you don't apply weight training, then it doesn't matter what your macros are. It doesn't matter. You could be perfect. You could have your 30 to 40% protein, your 30% carbs, your 10% fat, whatever it happens to be, where you land. Again, only averages apply here, guys. It's not straight numbers, but it won't make any difference, because your muscles will not be challenged with the external weight that you're adding on. And so protein is not going to fill up muscles that aren't being challenged. So you got to work them, and then you feed them well. And that's how they stay tight and toned as we age. All right. I got to go outside. Where am I going today? I'm going to Old Town today, I think. Yeah, I'm going to Old Town. And then tomorrow I think I'm going to Camelback for a hike. We'll see. I've been walking the flats a lot, which is great, and I've seen a lot of the town, but I would like to get up into the hills and do some sun salutations and do some meditating, take some great pictures. Okay, you guys, hope you're well. See you on the page. Bye.